Alright guys and girls, welcome back. Today we're doing a special video. It's special to me because this is my own personal van. My daughter and I took a trip up to San Simeon, California. We got to go see the elephant seals, and then we also went up to Hearst Castle and got to see the wild zebras that used to belong to Mr. Hearst cruising around. It was a great trip, just her and I, and hopefully one that she'll remember forever. But anyways, as you can tell, or as you can assume, it took a bit of a beating to the van. We got that thing pretty dirty. We camped out for a couple nights, so here it is. I'm just gonna give you guys a quick showing of how much sand and dirt and all that kind of stuff is in the van. So right there, that's actually the swivel base to my front captain's chair. So those spin around so that we can eat and kind of enjoy our time together. But those had a bunch of sand in them. The front floorboards had sand and dirt mixed in, kind of scattered throughout. Some looks like soda droppings or something. My little girl's socks, just a bunch of stuff. So here again, just showing you guys the driver's side of it now. And I don't know if you can tell here, but there's actually a pink fiber in the cloth seats. So we actually use our lily brush to remove that. You'll see that a little bit later. And we will go ahead and link everything down in the description below so you guys can access any of the tools and stuff that we use if you want to go ahead and get them. So as always, we get started off by removing everything out of the van, getting all the surfboards out, all the camping gear, car seats, all that kind of stuff, and removing all the trash so we can actually get down to the dirt that needs to be cleaned. So we start off with a vacuum. Obviously we're just gonna go ahead and vacuum the seats, floors, all that kind of good stuff. So we'll just go ahead and let you guys enjoy the satisfying nature of a vacuum. And here I'm just kind of using a hand brush to sweep out any of the sand that it's not a ton back there, but once you sweep it all together, it's a pretty good amount. So go ahead and do that across the whole floor. And then here is the side step where the sliding door is. I'm using a brush attachment on my vacuum here, just because I don't want to scratch the plastic. Obviously sand is just like sandpaper. So I just vacuumed up what I could, came back across with some all-purpose cleaner and a boar's hair detail brush, agitated everything because a lot of the sand was actually embedded in there. So I'm agitating everything, getting it all nice and loosened up. Then I'll come back across with my vacuum with the brush attachment still on it and vacuum up all the excess. And then I'll use a microfiber just to mop that up. Now I'm gonna be coming back across everything using my steam cleaner just to make sure that I'm getting everything that I possibly can. So as of right now, I'm not too worried about getting it perfect, just because I do know that I'm going to be coming back across with that steamer. So here's that front seat, guys, that had that pink fiber. It's actually from my wife's sweatshirt. But as you can see, it didn't even look that bad, but look how much of the fibers are coming up now using that lily brush. That thing works amazing on these types of fibers, dog hair, and all other stuff that is a pain to get out of fabric and carpet. And here we go, just continuing with the vacuum. Again, we're going just in one direction right now. We're trying to prevent any scratching to the plastic. Now with this one, I'm actually removing that panel there, actually kind of holds in the battery. Right there, you can see the black under the mat. That's actually the battery box right there. But I wanted to lift all that stuff up, sand does get in between everything, and I wanted to make sure that all that was out so that it wasn't going to rust out down the road. So I'm getting my steamer ready right now. That's the McCulloch steamer that I use. I'm just getting that fired up. It takes about 10 minutes for that thing to heat up, so I'm just getting it started while I wipe down the rest of the floor. And again, using all-purpose cleaner and a boar's hair detail brush to agitate the floors, get all the dirt lifted out of them, and then mop it up with a microfiber towel. Now, coming back across with my steamer, just to help disinfect the area and also lift out any leftover dirt that I might have missed. Using the steamer is great because you're using the cleaning power of the steam, and it has pressure, so it's almost like using a little bit of a air compressor. Obviously a really low PSI air compressor, but still it does have pressure and it's able to clean things really well. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the front seats with the steamer as well, and I always use the triangle brush attachment and I wrap it up with a microfiber towel, get it nice and tight, and then I use a Velcro strap to hold it in place, so that way I'm not constantly holding it and taking the risk of getting burned from the steam. This way it holds it on there perfectly and I can keep my hand back in a safe area. And this steam cleaner is absolutely great. I've had a $5,000 steam machine in the past that had a really high pressure, which was nice. You could actually do some exterior work with it. But for your average person just doing interiors, this thing works absolutely great. There's no need to buy the $1,000 machine or even more. This one does an absolutely great job for $100 to $200. I can't remember exactly the price, but it will be linked down below so you can take a look at it. Now for the back seats, they were a little bit dirtier, so I am spraying on some upholstery cleaner, agitating it with a drill brush, which is an attachment for my drill, and then coming back and extracting all the dirt and chemical out using my Bissell Spot Clean Pro. This is a really easy to get carpet extractor. Does an amazing job. As you can see, it lifts out tons of dirt, and this thing is way more cost effective than any of the other units, especially the commercial grade units, but this thing does just as good of a job as those. And this also linked below. Sorry, I don't mean to be a broken record, just letting you know if you want to get this, there's a link right below to go and get it. And as you can see, just from that back seat, look at all the dirt that was pulled out of this thing. And here is the final result, guys. So everything is nice and clean again. All the sand, dirt and sand are gone. All the floors have been wiped down. You can see that step is back to perfect, looks new. The back seat is nice and clean and shampooed. Doors are all clean, and that front floor looks just like it did when I brought it home from the dealership. So once again, as always, we really appreciate you guys watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the video, and we will see you guys on the next one.